Okay, hey everybody, I'm Barbara Ann. Welcome back to my channel, Straight Out of Context. This is the last live that Gypsy Rose Blanchard did on her TikTok, and I have recorded it in its entirety. I caught it, and I uploaded it so you can watch it. However, I got a few things I want to say. So that's what we're going to do today.
Go on the app. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Thank you, Amber, for the roses.
One last grift.
Thank you. I think that if you use it for fun and you're just dancing and enjoying yourself, I think it's completely innocent. But I've also seen a lot of people use it for misinformation and gossip and rumors. I have been the subject of that for a long time.
That is her way of telling us content creators and influencers that have been around for over 15 months, like I have, telling people, hey, would you take the word of a serial? Would you take the word of Ted Bundy or Jeffrey Dahmer? Charles Manson? No, you wouldn't. Why would you take the word of Gypsy Rose Blanchard? Why would you support that? Why would you believe that? Of course, any book or show that she writes or takes part of recording is going to be her trying to convince the public of things that are not true, fundamentally not true, like the fact that it's not her fault. It's all Nick's fault. It's all her mom's fault. It's all somebody else's fault, right? Never hers. So people with the misinformation and the cyber stuff is just her way of negating that it's not her that's causing any of it. It's not her lies that are causing any of it. You keep lying like that, people are going to catch you out and they're going to say something and they're going to make content about it and they're going to tell the world, hey, maybe we shouldn't be idolizing this person. Maybe we should not be putting this person on TV shows or making them famous.
So I guess you can say I'm in support of stopping hatred. I am in.
So what constitutes to you, Gypsy, as hatred? Is that just anybody that just opposes your lies? Exposes your lies? Is that just anybody that you don't like because they're doing exactly that? Because I'm sorry, I've been here since October of 2023.
Support of stopping people from spreading misinformation. I think that we live in a society that goes to social media for their information instead of really kind of going elsewhere or fact checking. If one person says something on TikTok, it becomes law, and that's not how it should be.
That's bullshit, because I have tried to corroborate and verify directly with her before about some rumors about her before, and she refuses to answer back. So that also was the same thing she was saying in a live with Bree before about how, no, all these people they believed all of this hatred and this vitriol that was all over TikTok and all the TikTok drama. And I actually talked to people one-on-one and they were like, wow, you're so much sweeter than what we ever thought you were. Yeah, no, she does not verify or corroborate anything with anybody. Nope.
So that's my thoughts on it. So yeah, if those of you.
No, your thoughts on it are that you want to control it and you can't. So that just pisses you off.
You've seen my story that I posted. I'm like, good riddance. But I meant good riddance to all the BS. I feel sorry for, it's unfortunate that, content creators that are just having fun dancing and having little dancing videos, it's unfortunate that they'll lose their channel. But there's YouTube. You guys remember YouTube?
That is her low blow, jab below the belt, telling you that people that are on YouTube, oh, remember that old one called YouTube? There's always that. A lot of people that are on social media, it depends on what kind of content you are creating, on which platform you feel is best for you. You're on TikTok, Gypsy. You're not doing no dance videos. You're too old for that shit, right? So why don't you just let the TikTok go? You're not creating content. You're not creating content to be an influencer in any kind of way or capacity. So why are you holding on to it to the very last minute? Why? What does TikTok mean to you psychologically that you can't let it go? Because Facebook was the same thing for you back in 2009 to 2015.
So anyway, that's my thoughts on it. So, but I had wanted to just hop on here right quick. I have probably about another 15 minutes before the little one wakes up. But I just want to thank everybody that has stayed a supporter of mine, that has stayed as a follower of mine all throughout last year.
So she just wants to thank the people that stayed a supporter of hers. God forbid your eyes are opened to the truth that is right in front of you, and all of the facts and the case evidence and the research that is right in front of you. God forbid you open your eyes and you see the truth and not this narrative that they are highly paid to try and force you to believe. But thank you to those people that remained stupid and ignorant, right? That's what she's saying.
I still have Instagram, so y'all can go follow my Instagram.
Oh, Instagram, that stupid picture app that like nobody ever uses.
I mean, I'm not entirely sad about losing TikTok. Kind of just is what it is.
But she's on here now trying to get a whole bunch of Facebook, monetary gifts from the
private,
live.
So the only people that I allow on my Facebook,
and she even says thank you every time.
Friends and family, really close friends and family.
That is her way of telling you that, haha, you're not good enough unless you're close friends and family. You're not good enough for me to accept you. But she gets on TikTok where she's paying or charging people $4.99 a month for a membership and doing lives where she's getting gifted monetary gifts. But then she's saying in the same breath, good riddance. And go over there on YouTube with all the old people, that old app that's been around. You know what? Yeah, Facebook has been around just as long. Instagram was bought out in 2012 by Mark Zuckerberg. It is owned by Facebook. Okay. If YouTube's old, then technically Instagram has long been old. It is like the grandma of picture apps.
Trying to look at the comments. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Matt.
No, she's not doing YouTube because she deleted everything off of her YouTube.
Thank you, Danielle.
She can't control the narrative on YouTube either. She won't be able to anywhere.
No, I'm not losing. I mean, I'm not saying I'm specifically losing TikTok. I'm just saying that if the ban goes into effect, I'm not really sure. I'm not really educated on much about the ban. I don't know. Some have said that, if the ban goes into effect, those who still have clicked on a text. Those have said that if you have the app on your phone, you can still use it. Others have said, even if you still have the app, that it will say it's no longer in service or whatever. So I don't really know. I don't know what's going to happen on the 19th. So I guess we'll all just have to see. But since
we're going to find out tomorrow,
talking about it, I thought I'd come over here and talk about it.
Or after midnight.
Thank you, Lindsay.
See how she's constantly telling people thank you for the gifts, the roses. Yeah, because that's all going to be money, right? Yeah. She's so vain and so shallow and predictable that it's egregious. Just absolutely egregious. Let's see here. Let's look her up. Okay, it is.
Despite my age being 33 years old.
It is January 18th, 2025. And she still has her TikTok. And let's see.
I think
Oh, look at that. In her bio, she's still promoting her TV show. Shame on you, Lifetime. Shame on you.
will I be back on YouTube? Probably not. I'm super busy. I mean, new life of a new mother. Everything is changing diapers, feeding every 2 hours. Like, I don't have time to do TikTok for real. This is between a nap right now. So, and I'm not trying to be an influencer anymore. Tried it on, didn't fit for me.
Anymore. Tried it on and it didn't fit for her. She once said that it was because of everybody else not allowing her. She said the same thing for advocacy. That's what Brie also said about the whole advocacy thing, that it was other people didn't let her. If you're going to be an influencer, you're going to be an influencer. You're going to make your content, make your videos. Look at the Elvis video that I just spent over a week doing. 22 pages of research. That's why I'm an expert at researching. But look at my notes. You literally, it takes work. People think that it's just making these videos and going. No, you have to have the computers. You have to have the phone. You have to have tablet. You have to have the software, the editing software. You have to know how to use the editing software. You have to know how to do audio. You have to have lots of different things, microphones, expensive iPhone microphones. You have to have the PC set up. You have to have the screen recording software. You have to have all of it. But you have to know how to actually record and how to speak and how to manage your content. You have to know how to market it, how to put it up. You have to do all of those things. And Gypsy actually thought she was just going to record, like it was going to be easy, like simple. And then when you find out the mass amount of work that's involved and the very little that you get paid in comparison to the work that's put in, that's why a lot of people are like, no. Everybody tries to have a video go viral, but that's not enough to make you have the followers. And it doesn't make your content good either.
So
neither does sitting in your bed or your car and making it.
thank you, Jimmy, for the roses. As always.
I'm surprised she's not getting them from
Everything's going pretty
somebody
good
on this
over
side.
here. Just kind of adjusting. How's my postpartum going? Really good. I've been reading the baby books and just trying to be very much in the moment. I've always been one of those people that was always like,
She's reading
thank you
all
for
the
the
baby
galaxy. I've always been kind of like, what are we going to do next month or anything? And if there's one thing that I'm learning, it's when you have a newborn, it's hour to hour. But it's good. We're all really, really good right now. Thank you. I haven't been live in forever. Thank you, David.
I need to make some money right now. Please let me go live.
Thank you, Allie. saw somebody had said something about my hair. I started using a new curling iron. It's the one that's like all over TikTok right now. My stepmom had one, and I used it. What's it called? Hold on. It's this one right here. It's the pink one. I think everybody. Yeah, Happy New Year to everybody. Okay, it's getting a little expensive, and so I went to the salon, and unlike before, because before I got it like box dyed it, so I got it professionally done, and I think I got like a root tap, and so my natural could grow in, and then they did a glaze for like everything that was bleached, and I like how it's.
Okay, we're gonna skip this part.
So how's everybody's year so far? Any good New Year's resolutions?
She sees me coming to life and she immediately flips her screen.
Thank you, Blake. Continuing thanking you, Jimmy. Do I want more kids? Eventually. But I'm in no rush.
She's too busy trying to lock Ken down now. Eventually, but the one that I have is already taking away all his attention from me, so I don't know.
So I had been like wanting to get it re-verified, and so
yeah, we already know about her account being hacked.
At least we can get in trouble for it anyway.
Let's skip to the part where she realizes that I come in the live and I'm recording it. That's when she really starts ramping up.
Nia's nose, she could tell you, was.
She's talking all this bullshit right now.
But Ken was absolutely so supportive. I didn't have postpartum depression, but I did go through a little bit of postpartum anxiety, which I think is absolutely, normal for a first-time mom. You look at all the things that could go wrong, and it kind of freaks you out. Even when you're in the car, you're like, oh my God, there's cars passing by. Like, it's overwhelming a little bit. But I've adjusted, like, my hormones have leveled out now. I still have moments of getting emotional, especially, when I look at my little girl, it brings up a lot of emotions about my mother.
Anybody else bothered by that? Because I am.
It's hard to look at this little innocent baby and know that I was once a little innocent baby. And I don't understand how parents could hurt their kids. I just don't.
Don't understand how kids can kill their parents, but hey, here we are.
Since I had her, is having to like face
that you're a POS.
Face the fact that I was innocent once.
Oh no. It's about her being so innocent once. Okay.
It's hard, but it made me just kind of want to be the best mom for her.
No, not bring her own mom back. Okay.
Her, and do right by her. And I will. She's gonna be in a family full of love.
She's in a family full of love, but she has a murderer for a mom.
And she is not gonna know or have to experience the pain that I did. So.
I know you all know that is a blatant lie.
And she has a really good daddy. Ken is a really, really good dad. He's not afraid of poopy.
You guys only had her, what, a couple weeks ago? When she's 24, let's revisit this and see how well that ages then. Because 24 is the age that she'll need to be when we get to ask her if Ken is a good dad and if you're a good mom. You unfortunately can't ask a baby after only 3 weeks, like, hey, you remember 365 days a year for 24 years? Let us know. Were they good or bad? We'll see what she says when she's 24, because I'll be here.
We diapers neither. I thought he would have been one of those guys that's like, ooh, poopy diapers. But no.
Yes, guys are like that.
I'm really proud of him, and I couldn't have asked for a better partner to be the father of my kid. For real. I think we've both grown and matured a lot.
If you like to eat healthy, this might be the crazy.
So anyway, it is time to feed her. So it's about that time. So
she's seen me come in. She's seen me come in the live.
For watching my live and
straight out of
being
context,
on this journey with
join.
me. I'm not perfect. I know you guys have seen me make some mistakes and
like murdering your mom. You know, nothing, no big deal.
Wrong choices and flub ups and embarrassing moments. Who remembers that video that I did in the fall when my fly was down on my pants?
That's a flub up. I think the most embarrassing thing you ever did was the D is fire cringe at like 34 years old and like twerking. Getting on TikTok when you're like 34.
Like, that was embarrassing.
Dude, your whole TV show is embarrassing, but okay, you know.
I never said it was perfect, though.
No, you never said you were perfect, because we all fucking know you're not.
I know I get a lot of hate, and a
yeah, you're a murderer. That's what happens.
lot of videos that I come across are hating on me.
Because you're watching your own hate videos? What?
But I don't let it get to me much.
You sure about that?
Because I know who I am, and my family knows who I am, and
No, you don't, because you just said that you are trying to figure out who you are because you are on a journey of self-discovery, quote unquote.
that's all that matters. So
That's all that. No, you want to convince us that that's all that matters. You don't know dick about shit about what matters.
but I also know that I have a lot of support out there too, and I don't want the haters to overshadow the support. So,
Oh, trust me. Come over to the dark side. It tastes much better over here. And you don't have to choke on somebody else's lies and narrative.
no,
Open invitation anytime. Come on in.
whenever I go out in public, I am always greeted with really nice people, and I get to meet really nice people that,
People being nice to you, to your face, doesn't mean they're good people. It doesn't mean they're nice people either. Because really bad, horrible people can be nice in a quick 30-second meeting. Or an acquaintance can be nice for the 10 seconds they're saying, hi, how are you? That doesn't mean they're a good person. In fact, that's when people start to get into trouble, because that's how narcissists and sociopaths operate and move through the entire world and their entire life. Is they are charming. They're very charming. They know how to utilize that and appear to be a good person when they're not. That's how they draw you in. But trust me, Gypsy, come face to face with me. I will straight up tell you, I ain't playing no bullshit with you. You are a liar and you are a murderer. And I expect better.
share their personal journeys with me as well. And I might not.
And I'm never sharing my story with you because, first of all, you're not deserving of knowing it. And second, you can't understand because you've never gone through the stuff that you say you went through.
see everybody's DMs that might DM me. But please know that my heart is always going to be with anyone that.
That's a lie, because her heart is only where the money is at for selfish reasons and selfish gain. She's always operated that way. That is her MO, her modus operandi. Her heart is not with victims or survivors at all. It's with whoever is going to be the highest bidder and paying her the most amount for the pictures, the interviews, the engagements, the speeches, all of it, and the shows.
That has gone through any type of trauma in their life.
Here, let me tell you a secret. Out of 8 billion people in the world and 330 million American citizens, I can tell you right now that over 99% of all people have gone through some kind of trauma. The real statistic is over 93% of all humans suffer some kind of trauma in their life, whether it be SA or ABUSE or some kind of accident or some kind of traumatic loss or grief, or have seen something like war. And just so you know, that's over 9 out of every 10 human beings on this planet have and will go through something severely traumatic. Yeah. So you might as well walk around on the street realizing that 9 out of every 10 people that you come across have trauma in one capacity or another. They've had a horrible childhood. They're a victim of CA or SA or N, the neglect word, or they've been in some kind of situation where they have had CPTSD or PTSD, or they've seen war, or it just as a whole, men and women and children. So if you were walking by 30 people, you can assume that maybe only 3 out of those 30 have not had some kind of trauma or loss or grief or suffered something in their life that has made a really big impact. And the fact that you don't even know that tells me that you don't know what the hell you're talking about.
I came on this app not to encourage people to commit crimes like that. That was never.
Nobody said that. But it's up to 21 cases now since December 28th of 2023 when she was released, of teenagers who have tried to take their mother's life in their sleep in their own bed. And there's one right here in East Point, Michigan, of a 14-year-old girl who had her 17-year-old boyfriend come into her mother's house in the middle of the night, take his shoes off at the door, and by the grace of God, the grandmother was there and heard the mother screaming and came in and was able to get the 17-year-old boy off of the mother. However, she did suffer from a broken windpipe and thyroid bone, I believe, and she had to be rushed into emergency surgery, but her life was saved because he was behind her on her back while she was sleeping. Just same situation as Dee Dee Blanchard, and he had a ROPE around her neck and was trying to take her life because the 14-year-old girl was upset that her mom took her phone away from her and told her no, that she's not going to be using the phone or the internet anymore, and that she's done communicating with boys that she has no business talking to as a 14-year-old child, like a minor child. And so that case, they haven't released, because here in Michigan, they're not going to release the minors' names and information. That's sealed automatically. That's just a state law. That's just to protect the minors' information. But guess what? She's not getting famous, and she's not going viral, and she's not getting out on a plea deal. In fact, quite the opposite. They both got life. So yeah, I've counted them, even the 4 different cases that happened in Florida, the several in California. Yeah, you think that they're not being influenced by the fact that Gypsy Rose Blanchard got out and got over 10.3 million followers on TikTok? Come on. Of course they are. You don't have to tell people, oh yeah, I'm not trying to influence you to commit crime or anything, but just you getting the accolades from something so negative is enough to be an inspiration to these kids, because that's what they look forward to. They want to go viral and be famous for absolutely nothing. And when doing something positive or making content doesn't work, they're going to turn to that. Unfortunately, they don't realize the consequences, like with the girl in Florida, the girl here in Michigan. They didn't realize that they're going to get sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole, because they see Gypsy Rose living her best life while Nick is in prison, and while his mother is no longer here, and while her mother is no longer here.
For my end game, nor was it to make money. My end game was always to try to be.
That's bullshit. That's all she's doing right now is making money. Look at this. All of this.
And I know this sounds stupid, but like an inspiration of when you go through something really, really traumatic and you think that you can't take a next step forward. That was my end game, was to prove that you can.
To prove that you can make a next step forward. Whether you want to make a next step forward or not, you're going to. Because every day you're going to go to sleep, you're going to wake up. That logically makes zero sense. She wants to be an inspiration to let you know that you can take a step forward. It doesn't matter if you're depressed, anxious, or anything. You're going to end up waking up the next day and you're going to have to choose. Everybody does.
And to be an example of that.
To be an example of that. Not a positive, proactive example of that. Of how you can take that step forward and turn it into a good thing for other people. Like giving back to the community, righting wrongs, making amends. No, none of that. Not even just a little bit, just tiny bit. No. Oh, okay. You're just saying it because you want people to believe what you're saying.
A lot of rumors on TikTok of this, that, and the other. 99.9% of everything that content creators make about me.
99.9% of everything she says is a bullshit ass lie. Because she wants you to believe her story, and her story is a lie. She was pretending to be a paraplegic with her mother for a monthly SSI/SSDI check. Yeah. She can still be charged with attempted homicide. March of 2011 and June 14th of 2011. That's not in her plea deal.
Is lies. It's clickbait. And
no, my videos have never been clickbait, and I've been here since October of 2023. When I saw a trailer for the prison confessions, and then I saw an article saying that she was going to be released in December, and then I seen that there was already an Instagram, a Facebook, and a TikTok made in her name that was illegally transferred after she got out of prison. I already knew what was up. I made a video and I said, hey, this person's lying. They're saying that this person did not R-word them on the stand. And now she's trying to say in a documentary on Lifetime that he did R-word her. So you either lied or you perjured yourself on the stand and under the oath of laws of man of and God and the laws of God too. When you commit perjury under oath. So I don't know. You tell me, which one was it? Either you're a liar who perjured yourself under oath, or you're just a liar. We already know the answer to that.
If you're someone that knows me or is a friend of me, there's a reason why.
Oh, you mean like Kate Marie was a friend to you? And you get pissed off because this person just says the truth that you're not advocating for children because you wanted to have Bree and everybody else on a live say, oh yeah, she's advocating for children. You were not advocating for children. That's the truth. So then you decide that you're just going to break up with somebody because they're not over here lying for you? Yeah, okay. And I know because I know. They were red.
You guys are friends with me, and you guys ride for me so hard on
Bree
this
reads
app
everything on live
and
anyway.
defend me is because you guys know my heart. And
you don't have a heart. That's your whole problem. Your heart is cold as fucking ice and is void of any feeling at all. Any empathy, compassion, sympathy. You only give a shit about yourself and what you can get from other people and how you can use other people and manipulate a social situation. That's all you've ever done. Your heart is the type of heart that believes it's okay to murder somebody. And not only that, your heart is the type of heart that follows through with it. Good-hearted people don't do that. Because their heart doesn't allow them. Good hearts don't allow your physical body to go through with a homicide. We just can't. Good-hearted people just can't do that. Can't. So you could try to sit here all day long and talk about how you have a good heart and everybody knows my heart. No, I know your heart. The fact is you don't fucking have one is the problem.
And I might
You have
not
a
always
fucking
make the
ego.
best choices. But you have to also remember, I did spend 24 years of my life under my mom's thumb.
And that did still not give you the right to take her life at all. You were 24. You could stand the fuck up, walk out, and do whatever the hell you wanted as a 24-year-old grown-ass woman. There's no excuse.
And was not able to make mistakes.
Yeah, you were able to walk your ass the fuck out that door the minute you turned 18. Why'd you stay for another 6 years? Because you were getting a disability check every month.
Like teenagers make and rebel and all this.
So what do you call the whole thing with Dan? Dan the man. What do you call the whole thing with that other guy, Brian, and everybody else that you was talking to and messing around with? Those weren't mistakes?
Kind of stuff and make dumb choices.
Because I don't know,
So,
talking to a parolee
I'm
that's
doing
twice
that
your
at
age
33
online.
years old.
I'd call that a mistake.
Give me a little grace, please.
No, I don't have to give you shit. Nobody does. Because you ain't entitled to that. Not a fucking thing.
But every month, every day, every week, I feel like I am growing as a person. And you learn.
You should. You had a fantastic childhood that was full of things that other kids should have gotten.
By experience. So, yeah, I've made some experiences and learned from them. So,
Have you, though? I don't think you have. You come out of prison after taking somebody's life. Taking another person's life and another person's life by proxy, and you continuously do the same old bullshit and use the excuse of, but I gotta be happy. Your happiness does not come at the expense of other people's well-being, safety, basic human rights, civil and constitutional rights, their privacy, their space, or their pursuit of their own happiness. Your fucking happiness takes a backseat to all of the above. Only narcissists can operate otherwise.
navigating life. And I think that,
Navigating life doesn't include taking your mom's life.
they asked me, Thank you. A lot of people ask me, why are you a fan of Gypsy? Why are you supporting this girl?
Ain't nobody a fan of gypsies. Are you fucking... She ain't got not one motherfucking fan except for Brie.
And I think it's just because, despite my age being 33 years old, I think Gen Z relates to me because we are all just trying to figure out who we are.
That's not true.
I don't know who I am in terms of...
Now here she is. I know who I am. My family knows who I am. I have a good heart. What's she saying right here?
Of everything. I'm on a journey of self-discovery.
Oh, so she doesn't know who she is. So it's convenient to say it in one sentence when she wants to make it sound like the haters don't know who I am. My family knows who I am. I know who I am. I have a good heart. And then yet she's saying that all these young people like her because she doesn't know who she is, just like them, and trying to figure out life just like them. And she's on a journey of self-discovery. Like, come on now, what? You're over middle age. Most humans don't even live to see their 70th birthday. Less than 27% of all Homo sapiens on planet Earth live to see their 70th birthday. So that's 27 out of every 100 people live to see their 70th birthday. Yeah, 34 is middle-aged for a human. Yep. People are not relating to you on TikTok. TikTok's full of 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13-year-old kids. And trust me, they know about you, and a lot of these kids are like, that's crazy that somebody would want to kill their mom.
And I think that, we're all making mistakes. We're all learning from it. We're trying to navigate.
And she's trying to make herself relatable to these younger kids that are on TikTok and use the app by saying that we're like this. She's literally associating herself with others. So that way, what you think of these other kids that are young and on TikTok and innocent, they didn't take somebody's life, that she's a part of that. And we're just trying to figure out life. And no, you're not relatable. These kids do not relate to you. My oldest is 21 and my youngest is 11. And I can tell you every single one of them know about this case because I've talked to them about it and have told them the synopsis, and they all cannot understand. 21, 18, 17, 13, 11. And they all say the same thing, that that's fucked up and crazy. Like, I'll quote my daughter, "Mom, I don't understand how somebody could do something so horrible against God and against men and take somebody's life and can be so praised and so famous for it." Imagine trying to explain that to your 11-year-old daughter. How the internet is wrong, how people are wrong, how they're dumb and they're blind and they're ignorant and they're just have no absolute idea why 9 million people would follow you on TikTok. But I know one thing. You don't even have 73,000 on another app. You don't even have 10,000 on a whole nother app. So I'm thinking that there's no way there's 9 million people that follow you on this app. And that's the reason why you're on it right now. Because not only that, but the amount of people, if you had even 9.7 with it coming down, you should have a heck of a lot more people watching this live, and you don't. Also, the comments and the amount of hearts and likes are not adding up to somebody who should have 9.7 real people following them, and not just a whole bunch of fake and bot accounts.
Life. And that's why it's relatable. Well, that's why I'm relatable.
You killed your mom. You're not relatable. You're like the furthest thing from relatable. You're so unrelatable. People cannot fathom or comprehend why you're getting paid for a TV show either, when you're not truly a victim of anything except for your own circumstances and your own choices and bad behaviors.
Because I'm not trying to be somebody I'm not. I am who I am.
That has been your whole shtick for over 10 years. In fact, you did that for the whole first 24 years of your life. You acted like a paraplegic and you weren't.
I am. And I'm flawed. I have good things. I have bad things. So that's
good things and bad things, except for your bad things are really bad things because it comes at the cost of somebody else's life. So it's easy for you to just be like, shrug it off. But,
that's probably why. But to everyone out there, I hope you have a good...
Hey, and I'm just going to let you know that her baby is really cute, and she does look like Dee Dee. She's definitely got Dee Dee's nose. She's got a whole head full of really dark hair, and she's really tiny, but she's cute. She is really cute, and I'm really glad. I mean, I really hope she doesn't have Gypsy's face. I mean, so far it looks like she's going to have her eyes, and she's definitely got the nose, but I don't know. Everybody's going to see soon enough, really. But yeah, her daughter, I think she very much is going to look, it's hard to tell when they're babies, especially with a newborn that's still really red. Because so many babies, I mean, the first day of life, they very much look, and it's hard to tell with noses too. It takes a good 7-8 years before you can kind of tell if a kid is going to have a certain nose or not. Because all babies have flatter noses. It's for breastfeeding. So it's hard to tell. But I think that she's got Dee Dee's nose, and she definitely looks like she has Gypsy's eyes, and she's got a whole head full of really thick, dark hair.
The rest of your day, and if this app is gone, peace out.
I'm surprised she's not doing a whole nother live right now today trying to get more money, but that I guess was her last grift. So with that said, I love you all. Have a great night, and I will see you all on the flip side. If you want, send me all the love you can. Subscribe, like, comment, share. Stick around. Give me a chance. You might like what I have to say.